Elliot Forhan. He is, well, I'm just going to play the clip. This is his campaign slogan.
I am going to kill Donald Trump. I mean, I'm going to obtain a conviction rendered by a jury of his peers at a standard of proof beyond a reasonable doubt, based on evidence presented at a trial conducted in accordance with the requirements of due process, resulting in a sentence duly executed of capital punishment.
You are a sick mother scratcher, man. You really are. These people will stoop to no lows. You know, on another note, pray for President Trump right now. The amped up violence coming from the left is scary to me. I don't even like the president out on the road right now. He's in Iowa today. I worry about him. I really do.
If your TV sounds funny in the evening, you're watching live from Studio 6B on Real America's Voice.
Live from Studio 6B, Real America's Voice on a Tuesday night. Welcome to the program. Dish Network Channel 219, Pluto TV, Channel 240, 1175 on Samsung TV Plus, Roku TV, Apple TV, Amazon Fire, Select TV Channel 106, and of course, follow us on all of the socials, including Rumble, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, X, Kick, Get Her, Instagram. It's LFS6B Show, and Twitch as well. Make sure you jump in, like and share, like and share, like and share. The program, again, is a Tuesday night. Damon announced last night he was going to be out tonight, so I am in the host seat. Vin is joining us from West Palm. It's West Palm Beach Vin. He's joining us from West Palm after zipping from coast to coast.
Zipping.
Today, I heard about
Zipping
that.
all over.
I heard about that story. Also, Kevin Downey Jr. He is in the house. Welcome back to the program, sir.
Thank you, sir. Pleasure to be here. Been a while.
Yes, it's been a little bit. We'll catch up with you in just a little bit. Slick Rick has got sports and probably the biggest, craziest sports story of the day, which we'll be covering in just a little. Just tease it. Just tease it because of the stupidity.
Stunning news coming out of Canton, Ohio, where the Hall of Fame is. Probably one of the greatest coaches, arguably the greatest coach of all time. Maybe getting a snub for his first ballot of Super Bowl.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Just unbelievable.
It is unbelievable.
It's crazy. Yeah. Anyhow, so welcome to the program. Again, join us in all the socials, and we'll say hello through the breaks like we always do. Vinnie Mac, also known as Vincent Buta. Vinnie Mac, how are you tonight?
Jeez.
How's things down in what?
No matter how much you try, no matter how much effort you make, you still can't pronounce my last name. Oh, my God.
Hey.
Well, tonight, what?
Other than that, I'm smooth like butter, but how are you?
I'm doing well. I have been running around today, and I've got my energy drink here.
What is that?
My Milk Duds. Yeah. I've been pounding 2 boxes of these today to keep going. It's been a crazy day, but I'm doing great. You know, it's cold here though. Not New York cold, but it's been in the 50s, high 50s. Thank you. No snow.
Well, is that the setting on your air conditioning in the car?
Pretty much. Yeah. Very convenient. Yeah. Sorry to hear about all that.
Anyhow, anything big on your radar that you want to tease the audience with today?
You know, I've been trying to rationalize from a humanity standpoint, okay? Not from a we're right, you're right, left wing, right wing, just humanity. Like sort of like Rodney King would say, can't we all just get along? I'm trying to unpack Minnesota because I've had so many battles on Facebook, and I'm trying to be diplomatic and all these things, and I just feel like, you know, as humanity, we need to step back because the divide is so big right now. Right. You know, there's just such angst. And I feel like I want to help bring people together, but I also don't agree with a lot of the points of view that are coming out there from the left. But I just see this as just a very, very bad negative thing for society. Even though we know things are orchestrated, we know that a lot of things that went on in Minnesota that, we all know about and we are disgusted by it. But when regular people get into debates on this, there's a lot of fire to it,
Yeah.
And I don't like that. I don't like that. I got good friends that were fighting over this, and,
right. And
it makes me sad.
And they're all fighting with you. Yeah, and they're all fighting with you. I saw.
Yeah, well, me and others.
Right.
There's a lot of folks who watch the show that are on my feed, and they're defending not only me, but they're defending what they believe is right, and then everybody gets in the mix, and I'm like, you know what? Both of you are good friends of mine.
Right.
And I want people to get along, disagree. Like, I get it. It's passionate and it's heated, but yeah, we're all part of the same race here, We're all part of humanity. We have to get along.
All right. Spoken like a true Rodney King.
Yeah, thank you. I was there for that too.
Los Angeles, here we come.
Kevin Downey Jr. You might know him from the what's the name of that high publicity show you do? Oh, the Kevin Downey Jr. radio show on 103.9.
On 103.9 LI News Radio.
He's also a writer over at PJ Media. He's on tour. He's going to be again traveling this weekend, doing some stand up out and about around the country. KDJ, how are you? Welcome back.
Good, man. Thanks for having me. Always a pleasure to be here. The Comedy Road is a lot of fun. I ran into a bunch of patriots who watched this show and, of course, listened to the Kevin Downey Jr. show.
Well, of course.
We had Cindy and Bruce in Pennsylvania. We had a special guest from the crotch of hell, Pennsylvania. That's Clearfield. That's what they call it, the crotch of hell, because that's where meth is. Lots of meth, and it's the number one import-export there would be meth. It's meth. And she was kind enough to come to the show in Tyrone, Pennsylvania. There's a state college. There's a big college there.
Oh, is there?
Yes, there is.
What's it called?
I think it's called Penn
State College. Oh, Penn State.
Matthew.
The Lions, baby.
Yeah, so you were across towards the western side of the state.
Yeah, that's sort of right down the middle. Like, if there was a butt crack in Pennsylvania, I would have been there this weekend.
You would have found it. Nice.
It's right there. I think Highway 99 or something. I forget.
I thought that was called Philadelphia, that butt crack.
No, that's where you'd put the enema hose in Philadelphia.
I love the Sixers, so don't get on me. I got Dr. J there.
Way off to the side.
Speaking of sports and Slick Rick is here. He's got sports. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing well.
Have a good day?
I did have a good day. Very productive. We had a meeting with the government at Bourne Mansion on Long Island earlier today. We got a briefing from the governor on what she's doing with business and what have you. It was interesting.
And did you tell her she stinks?
I didn't speak to her directly, but one of her assistant secretary, who I've known for many years, who was a good guy, he gave a good presentation on a lot of what she's doing. Free lunches, the whole bit. The New York State give away everything, type of thing. So we don't really align too well with the governor here in New York. But
yeah, no doubt.
I had to be diplomatic, but it was good. It was at Bourne Mansion where Big D got married. Actually,
the Bourne is that Jason Bourne Mansion?
No. That's Bob Bourne, the great New York Islander, right, Rick? Right, Vin?
I don't know.
Yes, thank you. Bob Bourne.
You know it, baby. Number 14.
I love that they're chucking people in front of the subways, and Kathy Hochul says, yes, I know, but here's a delicious sandwich.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry they burned that lady up. Would you like a delicious sandwich?
Well, you know what? It's all about because, she's running for a re-election.
Yep.
And as Trump is also hitting the road because it's time to sell the economic side of what he's doing, because let's face it, when it comes to it, it's the economy, stupid, right? Isn't that it? President Trump hitting the road today, going to where'd he go there, Slick? What's our favorite place?
The great state of Iowa.
That's
we love Iowa. We love it.
Iowa.
That's where we're going to kick it all off in Iowa, baby.
Yep, and he did that today. He kicked it off. Here he is, cut number 5. Check this out as he walks in. Cut number 4, I should say, walking into the event in Iowa where he got to meet a lot of people.
It had to be cold as heck.
It's a small little event, but packed.
It was a small business he went to,
yeah.
Right? Yeah.
A lot of people showing up, wanting to meet the president, getting to push his economic agenda, talk about making things affordable, and that's what he's aiming for, because let's face it, you know as well as I do, if the Democrats win the House, it's impeachment impeachment. That's all they're going to do for the next 2 years, and it's going to completely hamper all the positive stuff that he's done and that he plans to do for the remainder of his presidency. So we wish him the best, and hopefully this is a start, because I said they're going to get him out there. You know, his staff, who's chief of staff, she said it's going to be a campaign season.
Yeah.
So, and let's face it, when it comes to campaigning, Trump is the best, but, you know, you hear Democrats like, oh, you know, he's got some down numbers and blah, blah, blah. It's like, we don't suggest he go out there. That's the sign that he needs to be out there because
as fast as he can.
He's the only one that moves the needle. Is anybody showing up for a Mike Johnson? No. Is anybody showing up for anybody who's running for the House? Unless you're really fans of them, you're not going to show up. Everybody shows up for Trump. He's the one that moves the needle, so he needs to be out there pushing the message. He's the only one who can sell, you know, basically what he's doing.
I would go to Anna Paulina Luna's OnlyFans if she were to have one. I would go anywhere to see her.
You know what? She's one I would show up for as well as Brandon, the kid out of Texas.
Yeah. Oh, Brandon Gill. I love him.
Yeah, Brandon Gill. I think he's great. Somebody like out of Tennessee. Who all their names.
There's so many.
Bushert.
Yes.
Bushett.
Are they Amish?
No, they're not Amish, but they're from Tennessee.
Let's unpack the economy here a little bit. Can we talk about that?
Well, I got a couple clips I want to get to before the end of this break.
All right.
I mean, one of them is super important. Here is this is Trump doing Trump, right? When he's out, it's all about him making connections with people, and this is the stuff that people love. It's cut number 6. Here he is taking a question from ABC News. It's a quick one, but you know, this is classic Trump going at it. Cut 6.
Some of your own administration officials have labeled Alex.
By the way, this is ABC fake news, this one. She hasn't asked me a good question in years. I think a nice woman, but I don't really like her too much. Go ahead. What did you say? I'd say ABC's about as bad as they get.
President, would you like to see the dollar? And again, stuff like that, only this president can do.
There'll never be another like him.
No, there's not going to be another like him. And when he's connecting with people like that and just riffing, he's best.
In his element, man.
Here's the part that I think is going to really, and Vin, you know, we'll talk about this too, talking about breaking down the economy, is what's going to make the Democrats super nervous. This is from CNN. Here's a former Biden voter from Iowa. Her name is Betsy Sarcone. Listen to what she has to say. Cut number 7. Check this out.
There's that saying, Trump was right about everything, and that's kind of how I'm feeling right now.
This breakfast conversation, our 6th visit with Betsy Sarcone, dating back to August 2023. Her shift beyond dramatic. A DeSantis, then a Haley voter, said she would vote for Joe Biden if Trump won the Republican nomination. But she changed her mind.
I think Biden probably changed me more than Trump. I think watching nothing be done, for 4 years about an open border.
Now she gives Trump an A-, loves the immigration crackdown, just closed a big real estate sale, and thinks the economy is picking up. Sarcone laughed at Trump's 2020 election fraud claims when we first met. Another big change.
I'm starting to question the election of 2020, right?
He lost the election in 2020.
I don't know.
He lost the election in 2020.
Look,
the suburbs revolted against Trump in his first midterm, and Democrats are banking on it again. But Republicans don't have to worry about Sarcone. She likes Congressman Nunn and loves that her daughters can use a school choice plan passed by state Republicans.
They've done a lot of great things for us in Iowa.
Yeah, so there you have it. And that is what's going to make the Democrats nervous. Here's a former Biden voter talking about the economy, immigration, common sense things, 80-20 issues that they are on the wrong side of. And, she's now loving Trump.
Yeah, did you notice the waffle maker? She's not waffling anymore.
No, not at all. We'll talk about the economy stuff coming out of the break. We'll do some sports as well. Kicking it off on a Tuesday night live from Studio 6B. Real America's Voice. We need you to just stay there. Chat live in the chat on a Tuesday night. Heading over to Rumble and the Rumblers. Let's see what's going on in there. Susie321, Rush the Band, Drake 99, the real Mr. J, Don't Laugh at My Groin, of course, is there. Ordinary Passenger, Panama Tom, TJK 3746, Milan 43, the Bill of Rights 1776. Red Dog 65 among all the people in the Rumble chat. Howdy.
I'm saying hello to the filthy colonizers at the Facebook chat. You know who you are.
You know who you are.
I'm saying hello to Elaine Emmerich. She's saying hi to all of us, by the way. She's watching. You know, I like all the comments. People always have something great to say. And sometimes I pick up some really good info. Like I did pick something up here in our chat that I'm going to talk about when we come back.
Okay.
So I appreciate all of the info and leads.
Former Rancher Dane, Pyro Fritz, 417 Raiders, Phil Coe, Tumbleweed Farmer, Pitchfork 22, Gary Haas.
How you doing?
Connie Lou.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Connie Lou.
Connie Lou.
And Manny C over there. These are a bunch of people, including Gary Haas, over in the Twix chat.
Gary
Howdy.
How about Don't Laugh at My Groin?
He was in the Rumble rant.
Oh, okay.
I called him out.
I probably missed it.
You just wanted to hear.
I'm self-absorbed.
You just wanted to say McGroin.
I did. I'm pulling your leg.
DD Spears, 1961. Thank you for reposting.
Come on now.
Marcelo is in there. Nola. Yeah, like and share the show, man. Share it. Philco, share it. Oh, man.
Say that again.
It's a busy day in news, man. It's going to be a tough of crazy things.
It's just, it seems like we're getting pummeled every day with more and more stuff. There's no let up.
Well, remember, there's a orchestrated agenda to counter everything.
Oh, of course.
There's been a lot of great stuff that's happened. So, you know, that's what we're going to be dealing with tenfold.
Yep.
In the next 6 months.
All right, live from Studio 6B, Real America's Voice on a Tuesday night. Kevin Downey Jr. is here. Vinnie Mac. I'll just call you Vinnie Mac. Yeah, I keep screwing up your last name. Vinnie
Man,
Mac
you've got a mental block on that.
Is down in West Palm. And, of course, Slick Rick is here with sports. Let's do some sports real quick with Slick. Slick Rick Sports brought to you by Mike Lindell's MyPillow. Go to MyPillow.com. Use our code at checkout. LFS6B is the code to use. Slick, what do you got for
All right, on the Rav YouTube, Rick, I got a couple of super chats that you pointed out to me. I want to get to those first. Patty Jamcat, $4.99. Fab 4, manning the desk tonight. Good show ahead. Thank you there, Patty Jamcat. She's a love. She's always in the chat. And XJSCV, $5. I hear KDJ is coming to Las Vegas. I hope it's the one here in Las Vegas. Okay. Well, we shall see. We're at the Horseshoe, right?
No. Wait, yes, the Horseshoe.
The Horseshoe, right? No, I'm going to say good luck with that one. Yeah, we'll have fun, though. We're going to have a blast.
Yeah, send us pictures.
Oh, yeah, because it's going to be neither sphere nor there for us. Right. Rick and I know that. So some real breaking news. Well, not breaking. It was about 2 hours ago. Some stunning news out of Canton, Ohio, and the Hall of Fame Selection Committee. Sources say Bill Belichick will not be a first ballot Hall of Famer. If you had to ask me what the odds are on that, I'd say 1 to 1. I mean, crazy, right? This is Dan Van Netter and Seth Wickerson of ESPN. Kind of gives you the outlay. Bill Belichick, the 8-time, remember this, 8-time Super Bowl winning coach, is not a first ballot Hall of Famer. In voting earlier this month, Belichick fell short of the 40 out of 50 votes needed for induction to the Pro Football Hall of Fame during his first year of eligibility. 4 sources with the first-hand knowledge of the outcome told ESPN. Belichick received a call from a Hall Hall representative last Friday afternoon with the news that he won't be inducted into the Hall in Canton, Ohio this summer. Several sources who spoke with the coach over the weekend described Belichick as puzzled and disappointed by his inability to secure support from at least 80% of the Hall committee members. 6 Super Bowls isn't enough, Belichick asked an associate, referring to the championships he won as head coach of the New England Patriots. He won 2 more as defensive coordinator of the New York Giants. That was under the great Bill Parcells back in the day. To another associate, he said, what does a guy have to do? Another source familiar with Belichick's thinking said politics kept him out, which is obviously the case. He doesn't believe this is a reflection on his accomplishments. Belichick declined to comment to ESPN. A spokesman for the Hall provided a statement. The Pro Football Hall of Fame does not comment on the voting of the selection committee and awaits the unveiling of the class of 2026 at the NFL Honors, which is a show on February 5th in San Francisco. The inductees are scheduled to be announced next week during Super Bowl activities. Well, apparently they had a leak, right?
I don't understand. Like, who, if he doesn't deserve to be in the Hall of Fame?
Listen to the coaching record, Rick.
Then who?
Right, 333 wins, 178 losses, including the playoffs. Career victories, second only to the great Don Shula, the Miami Dolphin coach, who played for coached the Colts too for a little bit in the start of his career. 347, which isn't that many more. In fact, if Belichick came back and had 2 good seasons, he'd pass Don Shula. Belichick was considered by most fans and Hall voters to be a first ballot. The guy was just absolutely incredible, what he did. I mean, you got to give credit to him. He made Tom Brady in a lot of ways who he was, developed him as a young man into a 6th-round pick into a NFL Hall of Famer, and arguably the greatest, not even arguably, Brady's the greatest player of all time. You can't argue that. With 7 rings that he has, he got one with Tampa. It's unbelievable, Rick. It's stunning news.
It's stunning. It's stupid. It makes a mockery of the so-called NFL Hall of Fame. I thought this was the NBA Hall of Fame. I was like, all right, he shouldn't get in on first ballot on the NBA Hall of Fame because that would be silly. He never played basketball or coached there. But you got people from around the league, including Patrick Mahomes. I don't even understand how this could be possible. Insane. Jimmy Johnson. I would like to know the name of the a-holes who did not vote for him. They are too cowardly to identify themselves. That's
just incredible.
That's from a great coach.
Who votes on this, Slick?
Well, it's a selection committee, so it's writers. It's NFL,
sports writers.
It's all NFL writers, and
these are all sports writers. Yes. Politically driven sports writers.
It's definitely politics.
J.J. Watt, I can't be reading this right. This has to be some knockoff Hall of Fame or something. It can't be the actual NFL Hall of Fame. J.J. Watt, an actual future Hall of Famer himself, but maybe not after this.
Well, but a point was brought up earlier, and I was actually talking to Aaron earlier. You know, her dad, Jim, who does the picks with us as well.
Oh, you mean
he
George?
brought up a good point that it could be Spygate. Remember that the alleged Spygate, the alleged deflate with the whole Deflategate, and I mean. That was a small little thing about them spying, but I mean, they could take that telescope and stick it where the sun doesn't shine. That's ridiculous to be talking about something like of that nature. He was not exactly that charming in interviews. He was very cut into the point, very dry. He wasn't basically he wasn't a kiss ass, Vin. But the numbers prove it. I mean, 333 victories, second all time in this NFL league, right? I mean, 6 Super Bowls with one team, and then another 2 as a defensive coordinator. But, the thing with the girlfriend, the optics weren't so good, right? But so what?
Yeah, but that doesn't count.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter.
Date a 20-year-old girl.
If anything, that should make it automatic. They shouldn't even vote at that point.
Oh, these sports writers are all
He's got a 25-year-old girl?
Yeah,
okay, I'm not even voting.
These sports writers all cover the Vatican. I don't know. It's absolutely ridiculous. I am stunned by this. I really am. And you know what? It really is a bad look for the league.
Oh, yeah.
And Jimmy Johnson nailed it on the head.
These people need to be exposed because this is we have to know what metric you're using to say, okay, he's not good enough to be in the Hall of Fame.
Yep. And for the record, I am not a Patriots fan. I am not a Belichick fan. Far from it. But when I see something, it's unbelievable.
Is it possible they're jealous because they're a bunch of Billy Goat eating trolls who live under a bridge and can't get a hot 25-year-old Slick? Because I don't understand. And I'm not even a sports guy like you. It's just
no, I know. It's just but I think at this point the joke is really on the fans, unfortunately. And I feel bad for Belichick. And now there's some other coaches that may get pushed back as well. I mean, like you just said, If he can't get in, who can? So now the bar has definitely been risen, or in this case, actually lowered. But I mean, it's just incredible. I mean, you look at guys like Tom Landry, right? First ballot. Of course, Vince Lombardi, one of the greatest to do it.
Chuck Noll was
Chuck Noll, the great Pittsburgh Steelers coach, first ballot. Don Shula. Well, you just read him. He 347 victories all time, the best to do it, right? Until proven otherwise. But I mean, Bill Belichick. I tell you, if I was him, I'd be so pissed that, you know what? I would probably take one of these jobs, come back next year. Back with North Carolina.
I'd be like,
come back and
I
make
don't
a
want to be
statement.
in your Hall of Fame. Obviously, you're not after the best.
Yeah.
This is a petty little club for the writers to pick and choose who they think they want to nominate.
Yep, they give them a gold jacket, but in this case, it's a fool's gold jacket.
And you would think, if anything, the NFL would actually control who goes into the Hall of Fame, right? You would think, all right, this is the NFL Hall of Fame. Why are we leaving it to sports writers? They really don't. I know. They're not part of the game. They write. They're from the outside.
I know.
Right?
I know.
I don't know.
You know, I don't know. I mean, he did leave voluntarily. You know, Kraft kind of like forced him out the door. It was time for change, which they did. Then they hired that coach Mayo. It didn't work out too well those 2 years. Now they got Vrabel and they're in the Super Bowl. But they're not going to win the Super Bowl this year, in my opinion. But it's just unbelievable. I'm stunned. I'll be honest with you. I'm stunned. And it's all I got right now for the first segment because I can't even. There's no other story that could. I mean, obviously NFL is going to be stepping up their ice. They're going to be doing ice investigations at the Super Bowl, which is great. Bad Bunny didn't say yes to the dress. He said no. And got a couple other stories coming up as well. NBA obviously had putting their spin on ice. But the best story of all is I got ice hockey's becoming a hot thing in Pakistan. That's a story worth waiting for. That's a wrap, Rick. Back to you.
All right, thanks.
You know what this whole thing reminds me of is like how Iron Maiden can't get in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Yes. Oh, but Freddie and the Dreamers.
Yes.
We got Salt and Pepper.
Martha and the Vandellas.
Yeah, right. Salt and Pepper can't get are in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah, but not Iron Maiden.
But Iron Maiden, an actual rock band. Well, we don't know about that. They actually play instruments.
I tell you, it's politics. It's just it is what it is. It's terrible.
Just amazing.
That's terrible.
That's terrible.
Terrible.
Even Charles Barkley thinks it's terrible.
Yeah.
Anyhow. All right. Well, that's Slick Rick Sports. We need more time on that subject, but unfortunately, we're out of it.
That's terrible. That's terrible.
It's terrible. Slick Rick Sports brought to you by Mike Lindell's MyPillow. Go to mypillow.com. Use our code at checkout, LFS6B. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll jump over to Vin, see what he's got cooking. Kevin Downey Jr. also has some news as well. And, of course, we'll see you guys in the chat live from Studio 6B. Real America's Voice will be back.
The Hall of Lane.
That is peak stupidity. Who cares? Chat live in the chat. Hey, Slick. Get back here. I got a question for you.
You hear a toilet flush, you know where he went.
Oh, hurry up. You go to the bathroom? Make it quick. Well, make it quick. You got 2 minutes. Yeah.
The players have to be furious, like the Pat Mahomes thing you said.
Yeah, Pat Mahomes.
When the best coach in the world, easily the best coach ever, orchestrating some of the best teams ever. You know, he wasn't just a good coach. He had great teams, and he coached them great, and they won championships. They did everything you're supposed to do. Every player in the league knows he's a first-time Hall of Famer. Think of what this says to the players themselves. I mean, now all of a sudden it's like, it's almost like when that jackass was taking a knee, and everybody was in an uncomfortable position. Like now this is happening, and it's political.
Right.
It makes all the players look bad. And if I was a player, I'd be furious.
If I was the NFL, I'd be furious. It's like, how do you denigrate our greatest coach ever and not put him in? I mean, they shouldn't even been handed a ballot. Just say, look, it's automatic. Nobody's going to top this record. So let's just put him in.
Yeah.
Hey, the fact that Trump and the owner are good friends, and Belichick, has been around, a little bit too. Trump honored him. Do you think that has anything to do with it with these writers, or is it just they don't like this guy?
They probably just don't like him. They're petty,
and that's not a criteria,
right?
I mean, there's a lot of athletes that are phenomenal. I probably didn't like some of these great players. I thought, Deion Sanders, probably a great player, a ton of respect. I never liked him.
Yeah,
there were times I couldn't stand that guy.
Same with LeBron James. I hate LeBron James as a person. But you can't deny what he's done on the basketball court. He's another one.
All-time leading NBA scorer.
Even he's like, this is insane. All right, live from Studio 6B, Real America's Voice on a Tuesday night. We got diaper diplomacy coming up in just a moment. We've got Vin. He's got some news he wants to jump into, but I just want to put a little wrap on this Bill Belichick story, because Slick, you said something that jumped out at me towards the end of your sports report there. You said that the Patriots are not going to win the Super Bowl.
No, they're not going to win the Super Bowl this year.
I'm putting all my money on the Patriots.
Good. You know what? I had a pretty good record this year in the odds makers.
I am too.
Right, Aaron? I had
After that, all the way.
Yeah, you're 10 over 500, Slick.
I'm 10 over 500. That's pretty darn good.
Aaron, what are you over 500?
19.
19 over. I'll go with 19 over 500.
No, Slick did really good.
No, I'm just. But you know what?
Slick really came back the past 5 weeks. He's been really, really good.
It's the Slick kiss of death.
Yeah.
That's what I call it. Anytime he says, this team stinks, they come back and win.
I don't know. The Seahawks won this past weekend, so
I know
the Sea Chickens. Yep.
Yeah, that's it. Anyhow, all right. Let's do some diapers diplomacy, shall we?
Nice.
We don't want to be in Terminator. Obviously, Elon Musk explains AI and robots at Davos. Check this out: diaper diplomacy.
So, with the robotics and AI, this is really the path to abundance for all. If you say, people often talk about solving global poverty, or essentially how do we give everyone a very high standard of living. I think the only way to do this is AI and robotics, which doesn't mean that it is without its issues. I mean, we need to be very careful with AI. We need to be very careful with robotics. We don't want to find ourselves in a James Cameron movie, Terminator. He's got great movies, all those movies, but we don't want to be in Terminator, obviously. But if you have ubiquitous AI that is essentially free or close to it, and ubiquitous robotics, then you will have an explosion in the global economy, an expansion in the global economy that is truly beyond all precedent.
Elon, can that expansion be broad?
Yes.
Or is it narrow? And how can that be created? How can it broaden the global economy?
Yeah, the way to think of it is that if you have a large number of humanoid robots, the economic output is the average productivity per robot times the number of robots. Right. And actually, my prediction is in the benign scenario of the future that we will actually make so many robots and AI that they will actually saturate all human needs. Meaning, you won't be able to even think of something to ask the robot for at a certain point.
Wow.
Like there will be such an abundance of goods and services. Because
there goes a lot of marriages.
My prediction is there'll be more robots than people.
More robots than people. Yeah, that's not going to be a James Cameron movie at all.
Oh, God. Man, Elon can dry paint in a wall, can he? Holy cow.
Sure could.
Exactly.
Man,
sure could.
I love him, but geez.
Yeah, that was a little arduous to sit through. I'm glad they babyfied it because it made it interesting. Vinny Mac from West Palm Beach. Vin, what's going on, man? What's on your radar for tonight?
I've got a few things. They do center around this Minnesota thing a little bit. I'll start with my kind of segment here talking about that. But you guys might not know this. You might know it. But today is Holocaust Remembrance Day. And it's important to note that today because the governor of the state of Minnesota has pointed to atrocities like Anne Frank, the girl that hid herself in a little closet in a room. He's pointed to Nazis. He's pointed to those various groups that then work for the Nazis to round people up. Today is Holocaust Remembrance Day. The Jews were singled out, rounded up by force, and then brought to special camps to be killed. That's what that was about. This thing going on in Minnesota, this has nothing to do with any of that. Tim Walz should be impeached simply for those boneheaded, stupid, deliberate comments, because they're deliberate in the sense that he's trying to instigate people. Hence that person who used horrible judgment in being a part of that incident in Minnesota when this woman went down and he had a gun and all that stuff. Just you couldn't have asked for worse judgment. Whatever happened, we have our opinion on that. But from a judgment standpoint, it's like, hey, Bobby, why don't you run across the LIE all 5 lanes and see how that goes? I mean, that's essentially what he did. Yeah, put himself in horrible position. And then here's a pattern, guys. This is what's going to happen between now and the midterms with everyone in Trump's cabinet, because the objective of the way the left is orchestrating things is create chaos around each of these areas so we can then get some people removed to show Trump can't manage and is in disarray. So today's person is Kristi Noem, who has done a great job in just about everything she's done. Trump said that she not single-handedly, but she single-handedly was leading the border. Like she was on the border. We haven't had anybody come across since Trump got in office. Anybody, since he closed it down. Kristi Noem did that. She oversaw all of that. And maybe she comes off a little tough sometimes. She might not be as diplomatic as everybody wants, but that's what we want. We want someone who's focused and tactical and gets in their face. So they're saying, well, she needs to resign, needs to let her go, Trump. This is what they want. They create chaos, they create an incident, and then they say, well, the person you got in charge needs to go. And I just think Trump's answer was just perfect. He didn't address it any further than, no.
Yeah,
she's done a good job.
As a matter of fact, here is that question and answer for you, Vin. This is cut number 3, exactly what you were saying. Cut 3, check it out.
Is Kristi Noem going to step down?
No. Yeah, that's it. No is a complete sentence.
No, period, no. And the other point, someone texted me this just earlier. I thought it was a great observation, and it didn't cross my mind. I'm curious if it crossed your minds on this. Walz talks to Trump. Trump does what Trump does. Don't be mad at Trump. Trump's trying to just make peace and do things in the best way he can. So he talked to the governor. They figured out a way to get the police, which are now cooperating, by the way, to intervene now. And he's not backing off. He got them to cooperate. And he pulled out a border patrol. They shouldn't have been there in the first place but they were desperate for control. But someone brought this up today that maybe Mr. Walz, Mr. Somali Walz, thank you, had to work that in for our number 6 signal in the
I see what you did there.
Mr. Somali Walz is looking for a pardon.
Maybe.
Could Mr. Somali Walz looking for a pardon?
Well, you know what? Then that crossed my mind too, because there were a couple things, and Damon was skeptical of this last night, and I couldn't understand why he would be, because it's not like Tom Homan is some weakling. You think you won by getting the other guy out of there? The other guy who we didn't know his name up until about a week ago, right?
Yeah.
And now you bring out the face of deportation, Tom Homan, who has been on TV for more than a year, maybe 2. That's why we know him so well. As the guy who's going to clean this mess up, right? What the Biden administration and the Democrats did. You think that's a win by removing the guy we never heard of for this guy that everybody knows? I don't. Yeah. I didn't see that as a win. And another thing I took from that, especially when I heard that the police were cooperating today, it's like, I wonder, and just cast your mind, Vin, cast your mind, decompress your mind for a moment. As I wonder aloud, I wonder if President Trump said, hey, we've got all these other things on you. Do you want to start working with us? Or we can just do this now?
Right.
Do you think he may have thrown some
little give and take?
Did he? You know how he would go overseas and show these terrorists? Here's a picture of your house.
Yeah, Putin. Didn't he show Putin?
Yeah,
I think it was Putin. Right?
I wouldn't be surprised.
It was Putin.
I wouldn't be surprised by that
if he FaceTimed Tim Walz and said, "Hey, look, I got a picture. I got a picture of this thing with some money making its way to an account. Is that your account?"
Yeah.
Huh, I wonder. I don't know. So I'm going to send Tom
Homan
Homan there, and I'd like you to work with him. Okay, Mr. President. I think that's what happened.
Let's talk Holman for a second.
Yeah.
I thought it was a really smart move on Trump's part because, one, he's reading his team. This is what good management is. Kristi Noem is great at so many things, but diplomatically in this situation, dealing with that mayor and governor, they're probably not going to cooperate too much together. You know, that was probably just maybe too aggressive a combination. Holman, on the other hand, he was a cop, number one. And who was he talking to when he went there? Cops. He's talking to the chief of police and others. Number two, he worked for President Biden for 4 years. He knows the Democrats. He got a citation for great work.
Yeah, from Biden,
under Obama.
Obama, right.
Yeah.
From Obama, yeah. So the Democrats know him. Now, because he's with Trump, they hate him, but they know him. He can speak their language. He was part of that team. I mean, like it or not, Tom Homan was part of the Democratic machine, but they were doing the right thing back then. So I think this was another brilliant move by Donald Trump by reading his own team and saying, you know what? And sometimes we'll see Hegseth maybe not be that guy and Rubio go in and help in a situation that maybe Hegseth should be doing because those personalities they're great personalities. I love these guys, right? But they're also strong personalities and perhaps not the kind of one that's going to compromise at a level that kind of needed to happen here, which is what they got. They got the result that Trump wanted. Cops are cooperating.
Yeah. It's kind of an amazing thing. One phone call. And he throws a little, it was a great call. I think we're on the same page. In other words, I showed him a picture of his house. He got the message. Right, Kay?
I love that tactic.
Me too.
Hey, just before we go any further, is this where you live? Okay.
Yeah. It's a nice house.
Why is he showing me a picture of my house?
Yeah, I like the Japanese.
I saw it on Zillow.
Japanese maple to the left of the mailbox.
So yeah, it's
Trump's the master.
Yeah, it's a stunning reversal when you hear that the police are now working, and we didn't see anything happening today out of Minnesota, did we?
No,
there wasn't any big.
It also proves,
right?
It proves the police were not cooperating. We knew they weren't cooperating. They never admitted they were not cooperating. Right. Now they know they were deliberately not cooperating. Those are big things in my book. Big things, you know. So,
Vin, did you see the Minnesota National Guard showed up and they were feeding the rioters donuts and hot coffee?
Yeah, Dunkin' Donuts and hot coffee. I heard they sent Bill Belichick in there to talk to them too. They're trying everything they can. What do you think of that, Slick? Send Belichick in. He's not getting in the Hall of Fame. Maybe he can go in there and create the peace.
He definitely has an axe to grind, that's for sure.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just an amazing, stunning reversal. We're going to have to see how this plays out over the next few days and going into the weekend to see if this continues. Because if this is the trend, then we know he must have showed him the house. I'm showing you your house. And all of a sudden...
Let me go on Zillow here and see where that is. Oh, yeah.
All of a sudden, Tim Walz has snapped into compliance.
In this case, I think he showed his safety deposit box. That's what he probably showed, whatever he has in there.
You know what I can't understand, Vin? These commies seem to have the license plate database. You can only get that through a cop.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's not something we can access.
Yeah, we were talking about that last night. The complicity of the states.
Yeah.
And having people within the government helping them.
Who's the guy that does the show, the interviews? Yeah.
All right, we'll take a quick break. When we come back, we got more sports. Kevin Downey Jr. is going to hit us up with some knowledge coming up after the break. Live from Studio 6B, Real America's Voice. Stay there.
I got a super chat in the YouTube. Another one, Rick.
We got another super chat in the YouTube.
This is the RAV YouTubes. $19.99. Big one. Coming in from USMC Loco 321. I guess U.S. Marine Corps there. Slick, I'd love to chat with you about the Hall of Fame. I'm good friends with a 22-year punter, 2-time Super Bowl winner, a Cowboys ring holder, and was at Canton in 07 to watch the enshrinement. I want to make it a project. Very nice. I was there in 2010 when the great Emmitt Smith went in. I took a trip to Canton, and it really is a great experience.
Is it?
Great time. I mean, every NFL fan should go there once to see their guy or their coach to go in. It's really a special trip. It's something.
It's prestigious. It's as prestigious as it gets. You know that Canton in itself is an amazing place, right?
Yep.
But becoming in the Hall of Fame in the NFL, I mean, that's as American as apple pie.
It is.
It's all these great people in history that were so instrumental in Americana. I just think that they've shamed everybody with this decision.
Yeah, they really have kind of.
Yeah, I think it's surpassed Cooperstown, but I think now this is a big mark.
This is a black eye for the NFL to allow.
I don't know what statement these 10. Well, apparently it's 10 guys.
It's got to be more than 10.
Yeah,
because it has to meet 40.
I bet you. I'm curious. Well, they'll give the numbers. It probably is more like 15 that didn't vote him in.
Right.
I mean, he was a tough interview.
It doesn't matter. That's not what he's going into the hall for.
No
for
kidding.
interviewing skills.
But politics, sports guys are funny like that. Players that tended to be a little bit quiet, weren't good interviews. They made them wait. They made them pay. Somebody's making him pay for something. And yeah,
it could be.
Yeah,
I mean, because of Spygate and Deflategate. But
is that like steroids in baseball?
Right. You know what? If you're not cheating, you're not trying.
Well,
right?
yeah.
That could also be the excuse they're using because they hate the man for being great.
I don't buy it. He won too many to have Spygate and Deflategate, affect. Steroids affected performance.
It's weak.
Frankly,
yes, and that was right, exactly. And you know what? It's to me, it's a weak argument unless you don't like Belichick. And I know there's a lot of fans like the Jeff fans and other fans, Buffalo, that will jump on that bandwagon and say, "Yeah, he cheated. He didn't deserve. He should never get in. Ban him for life." So it's all political. And like somebody said in the chat earlier, I forgot who on YouTube, sports is all political, and they're right.
Unfortunately.
Yep, you got Capper Neal. You remember him? Yep. I mean, he definitely took the league down the wrong path. He might get in the Hall of Fame before Belichick.
Oh, don't even say that.
Live from Studio 6B, Real America's Voice. Welcome back to the program. Slick has got some sports. Vinnie Mac down in West Palm decompressing. He's got some more news coming up as well. But right now, let's turn our attention to the man with a radio show on 103.9 LI News Radio. He's a stand-up comic. He's a writer at PJ Media. He loves bourbon. Yes. And he's got some news for you, Kevin Downey Jr. What's on your radar, my friend?
I do have news. First of all, I will be at Keller's Comedy and Magic Club.
Oh, no, wait. You can't do plugs until you give it. No, I'm kidding. Go ahead.
I forgot to fit the one in. This weekend, Erie, PA, Keller's. I'll be there. Yes, I've got a great one. We've got a video. So this is... It's one of those videos you can't watch enough. Some Gorgon. Now, I've read that this is a woman. I've read this is a man. We'll call it's a they, them. And they, them are about to part with Gizer's fingers. This is great. Someone threw a flashbang grenade. Now, folks, I've learned a lot about Minnesota in the last couple of days. Number one, don't wrestle cops when you've got a gun on you. And number two, when they throw something explosive, don't pick it up. I think we got a video for this, Aaron, do we not? Do we have to check it out?
She's screaming for a medic.
Oh, now, God. I see some histrionics here rolling around.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
And the Golden Globe goes to?
In the military. Medic!
You know what? And the fact that she's screaming for medic makes me think, I wonder if the group that she came with and who organized all these people have medics on staff to clear their eyes out.
Yes.
All that stuff. And that's what she was doing. She was basically giving up the ghost that, hey, we have medics here to help us out because we know we're going to get in trouble. We know we're going to cause problems.
Part of this the Signal app, Signal Gate, whatever we're calling it, is when people chime in, they all have an icon based on what their roles are.
Right.
So if they're there to document, they'll have a camera. Mm-hmm. And if they're there to mix it up with the cops, they'll have I don't know, probably a non-binary pair of underpanties or something. So they're there to mix it up. Or maybe it's just skull and crossbones. I hope they kill me because they're really counting on some more deaths. Some more deaths. But one of these things, and I got to tell you, when you see who they've got on the streets, you've got soccer moms. You've got this. Look, this lady's not going to be in Mensa anytime soon.
No.
And she allegedly had a GoFundMe for some new fingertips, and it's not up anymore. I don't know if it was real, but she had gathered all of $27 for new fingertips. And I don't know what the going rate. I think a fingertip one is probably more than $27.
I think it's 38.
Is it 38?
So she's got a while to go. She got a little bit,
and she needs a handful. But look who's coming out to these riots. You got the soccer moms, you got the crusty old hippies, and you've got someone who says, "Hey, a grenade! I'm going to pick it up." Now, I can see if you're in a foxhole and you want to save your friends, but when you're just a paid protester, I call them actors because that's what they're doing. No, you know what? Don't take my advice. Pick it up. Keep picking them up, folks. Chuck them back. See what happens.
Yeah, it is amazing, the stupidity, right? I mean, they think, oh, I'm going to be a hero. I'm going to help. Watch me. Look at me. It's look at me. Look at me. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, oh, look at my fingers. They're all over the floor.
Oh, yeah. These people are starving for attention. I'm seeing people taking videos of themselves, like they'll have their camera say, "Hello, I'm a doctor, and I'm not working on MAGA people anymore. Send." And that's their big virtue signal, and then they're fired.
KDJ, Kevin, on this one, these people genuinely think they're at war.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In their mind, they believe they're at war with MAGA. And so picking up a grenade, I mean, as crazy as it is something that they feel is warranted because they feel they're at war.
Not only that.
That's the psyche right now.
Not only that, they probably saw it in a movie.
Yeah.
And they're like, wow.
Yeah. That
looks easy.
Yeah, I'm Rambo.
I know I've got 5 seconds from this point. 1, 2, bang. Ow.
Ow.
You're going to need some ice for that, honey.
Yeah.
I watched Hacksaw Ridge.
I wish she had jumped on the grenade like a World War II. I wish she had jumped on the grenade and blown off her scrotum. That would have been great.
I can't use ice.
Yeah, oh boy.
Tough it out.
It's a good story when you can use the word scrotum.
Yeah.
Kevin, you got anything else?
He works that into all the stories. I mean, that's not unusual.
Thank you. I've got tons. So, man, let's see. Let's do this one. I love this. So, in appeals court today, someone brought up some, you know how the judges throw their little roadblocks up. Well, a judge said the Trump admin can't use pepper spray, and ICE can't use pepper spray, and they can't detain people anymore. And another judge came in, another appeals court, I should say, came in and said, of course you can pepper gel the hippies. Well, life is not worth living if you can't pepper gel a bunch of hippies and you can't smack them around with the sticks. So just when they're hoping to force ICE to not beat up any more troglodytes, the vote comes down, says, beat the potato salad out of them, boys. Keep it up. Keep it up. So that's a big win for Trump because they would have loved that. They would have loved if they said, you can't do anything now, which is kind of how, if you watch that Renee Good woman, she has that,
Right.
What are you going to do about it?
She definitely had that.
She thought she was untouchable. You can't do anything to me because I'm here to save them.
Yeah.
That's right.
And 3 bullets later, she's face first into her airbag.
Right. Not exactly a great marketing move. I'm sure Honda is trying to make sure that nobody noticed it was one of their cars.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Remember?
Hey, KDJ.
Yeah.
It was the Honda Passport.
On that point, why are the courts involved in how police handle crowds? Why is a court involved in that? That alone should send shockwaves to everybody. A court shouldn't be opining on can they use various things to control a crowd. I'm hearing the story. I'm like, geez, well, why is the court even involved?
You're 100% right.
I know they were sued, but
you're 100% right. But keep in mind, the court told the Trump administration, go get Kilmar Abrego Garcia back from El Salvador. Go do it now.
That's true.
And got away with it. Remember El Salvador? I was just reading about the guy there. That was the one. That was like the biggest poop hole country in Latin America. Now it's the safest. But he goes, people don't realize I didn't go after the gangs first. I got the judges out first. Then I went after the gangbangers because the judges are the roadblocks. And until we start impeaching some of these communists, it's an uphill battle.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, Vin, at first, a liberal judge did rule that federal agents can't arrest or use pepper spray, but that was overturned.
Yep.
Thankfully, and allows ICE to arrest and pepper spray these protesters who are not really protesting. They're there to cause problems. They're there to get in everybody's faces and confront the police trying to do their jobs.
I want to see.
Well, how about the Iranians killed 30,000 protesters?
Oh, geez.
Yeah, that's
they killed 30,000 protesters.
That's a story that's not getting enough play, I think, because Minnesota's sucking all the air out of the room.
Mm.
I hear there are now not one but two carrier groups there. The Abraham Lincoln's there, and I think there's something else a couple hundred nautical miles away. They're sort of like moving in on Iran from two sides. I don't think. If I were a betting man, I would say Mullahs 0 by Sunday. I was going to say Patriots 1, Mullahs gone.
Well, you know what?
Better start running.
You know what I did see?
Where the Mullahs at? Where the Mullahs at?
That Khomeini made his way to some bunker or something.
I heard
after that news broke yesterday.
Yeah, I heard one of them's already in Russia, allegedly, or trying to get there. I heard he went, but I don't know. But I think they're going to be. I think the mullahs are going to be about as extinct as the dodo birds in about within 6 days.
The mullahs will be as extinct as the mullah.
Hello, is this the Ritz-Carlton? This is a mullah. I need a room.
Yeah,
that's what I can see happening there.
Yeah, that's a sad number.
I'm going to need room for a king size bed and something for 72 virgins. What do you got there? The Holiday Inn Express.
I might need a suite in that case for the 72 virgins. Yes.
All right, we'll take a quick break. That puts a wrap on a quick hour number one. Hour number two coming up. We'll kick it off with some sports with Slick Rick. Also, more with Vinnie Mac and Kevin Downey Jr. live from Studio 6B. Real America's Voice. Stay there. We'll see you in the chat.
Atlantic Express, you do. Okay, I'd take a suite for 72 virgins, and I'd like a room for myself. And you want to order some food? Okay, no bacon, no pork.
How about a bucket
what do you
of
got
ice?
upstairs?
Send me a bucket of ice.
We might need 2 buckets of ice, please, just in case.
Yes.
They're going to say, I need room for 72 virgins. They're going to say, sir, we don't allow goats.
That joke was bad.
There was a comedian that had a good bit. He's like, what if the guy's gay? Does he get 72 guys?
Okay.
What happens? Is that just women? They just get women. They don't get the
I've never heard they're
equal
women.
opportunity there.
Yep.
I've just heard virgins. I've never heard that they're all women.
Give me like
That's
a
true.
60-second heads up or something.
What's that?
No, I was talking to Aaron.
Oh.
So I'm curious, Mr. Delgado and Slick, since you guys were there last night, what did you think of Natasha Owens last night? You guys
she was
interviewed
good.
her. I thought it was a good interview.
Yeah, she was good.
Very good. Yep, very
talented. Her great voice. I mean, even you listen to her music outside of a parody. Really great voice.
She's a pro.
Yeah.
Interesting story, too, backstory.
Her backstory was very interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, what she says is, I just can't believe it's happening. You know, I guess I really so believe in people in general. And every time I hear stuff like this, I'm in shock that they would blacklist Christians and Christian singers like her and Danny Gilkey and others. I mean, my goodness.
Different world now, man. Different world. Not the world we grew up in, Vin. It's not the world we grew up in.
Thank God for our network. You know, we made 2 #1 singles. This one, and her song, by the way, it ticked up after last night's piece. But, you know, she's in the top 10. The top 10, like, of all music. She's in, I think she hit number 3 in country.
She was 16 last night. She jumped up again. Wow.
We had a nice spike earlier today.
Oh.
But think about that. Think of all the music that gets out, and it doesn't get anything. And we put out 2 songs, and our audience gets behind it, and they're in the, we go to #1 on Billboard with the January 6th choir, and she's in the top 10. I mean, geez, amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
That is crazy. Rick's looking for a royalty check after last night's uptick on the numbers.
Yeah.
He's checking his mailbox.
Yeah. Is that Delgado with a D? Yes, I got it. Perfect.
I got something that says I'm going to get like a $70,000 loan from this. Is that real?
You know what I got for you? I got a big box of Milk Duds for you. I'll send those over.
I got a big box of nothing.
Oh, another dud.
Yeah, exactly.
Guys from live from Studio 6B, they're pretty hysterical. Have you seen this Slick Rick guy?
Yes, we've seen that Slick Rick guy. He's right there. Look at him. He's in his tuxedo tonight, looking sharp. Live from Studio 6B, Real America's Voice on a Tuesday night. Vinnie Mac is down in West Palm Beach, decompressing after a long day of driving around in air conditioning. We feel for you, Vin. We really do.
How are the roads, Vin?
Yeah. How are the roads?
Roads were a little sandy. They
weren't slick.
Okay.
And, of course, Kevin Downey Jr. is here. He writes for PJ Media. You can also listen to his radio show anywhere in the country, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern on linewsradio.com or locally on 103.9 LI News Radio. We'll be talking to him with more news in just a little bit. But we missed some sports, so let's get caught up with Slick Rick. Slick Rick Sports, brought to you by Mike Lindell's MyPillow. Go to mypillow.com. Use our code LFS6B at checkout. Slick, what do you got for us that's not Bill Belichick related?
Yeah, well, as much as Bill Belichick was a surprise, this story is not. DHS confirms ICE will conduct enforcement operations at Super Bowl. This is Catherine Hamilton of Breitbart. The Department of Homeland Security, DHS, confirmed that Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, agents will conduct enforcement operations at the Super Bowl 60 on February 8th in Santa Clara, California. DHS Assistant Secretary for Public Affairs, Tricia McLaughlin, told TMZ Sports their mission remains unchanged despite unrest in Minnesota. Per Fox News, DHS advisor Corey Lewanski said in October that ICE enforcement is a directive from the president and will not be stopped for the Super Bowl, which is between the New England Patriots and the Seattle Seahawks at Levi's Stadium. There is nowhere you can provide a safe haven to people who are in this country illegally, Lewanski said during an interview on the Benny Show podcast. Not the Super Bowl and nowhere else. We will find you and deport you. That is a very real situation. McLaughlin said security at the event will entail a whole government of government response conducted in line with the U.S. Constitution. Those who are legally and are not breaking other laws have nothing to fear, she added. The confirmation comes after President Donald Trump said he is boycotting the Super Bowl. Trump actually said that. He's boycotting the Super Bowl. Yeah. The 45th and 47th president roasted the event's halftime show choices of Bad Bunny and Green Day, saying, "I'm anti-them. I think it's a terrible choice. All it does is sow hatred. Terrible." This was the president. NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell said in October that the halftime show choices were carefully thought through. He is such another phony baloney, that guy. Roger, go to you-know-where, Goodell. I'm not sure we've ever selected an artist where we didn't have some blowback or criticism. It's pretty hard to do when you have literally hundreds of millions of people that are watching, he said. Oh, I can think of a few artists that wouldn't have gotten me, like Paul McCartney.
There's been plenty of artists that never suffered any blowback.
Right,
and again, I had the greatest idea, Vin and Kevin. Slick was here for it. I don't know if you guys heard about it. My idea was...
We'll be the judge of it.
My idea was give it to Sharon Osbourne. Let it be a tribute to Ozzy and have a bunch of different artists from, rock, country, you name it.
I like
come
that
in
idea.
and, maybe do part of an Ozzy song or be a part of a compilation.
Yep, little Crazy Train, that good stuff.
And just do something like that. That would... Who wouldn't get behind that? I mean, he became a cultural icon as far as not only music but entertainment's concerned.
And
that's a great idea.
You could have 3 generations of one family into Ozzy.
Yeah.
If you want to go back to Black Sabbath.
Right. You can go back all the way back to, in the 70s, 60s, 70s, 80s. When I was in high school in the 80s and you were as well. Yep. And then, of course, everything, from late 90s forward when he was, doing the reality show.
Yeah, that's an excellent idea, Rick.
I know.
Unfortunately, it ain't happening this year. Perhaps
I
next
was in
year.
high school in the 80s.
Yeah, I'm not talking about you picking up your dates. I'm talking matriculation.
Moving down the line here.
I was in high school in the 80s.
Of course, the NBA, and this is going to be probably my last NBA story as far as them weighing in on the shooting in Minnesota over the weekend. But Alex Preddy was murdered. NBA stars blast ICE, stand in solidarity with agitators demanding justice. Warner Todd Houston and Breitbart. Athletes have been weighing in on their feelings about the actions of immigration officials in Minnesota, and NBA players in particular have been lashing out on social media against ICE in the wake of the officer-involved shooting of anti-ICE agitator Alex Preddy. NBA players including Donovan Mitchell, Tyrese Halliburton, and Karl Anthony Towns, these are big names too, along with the NBA Players Association, have all spoken out against ICE and President Trump. I don't know how the whole situation of the people that got murdered, but I do know this is, I'm quoting this is BS, Donovan Mitchell said to reporters on Monday. It's BS. That's just been my standpoint on it. I pray for the families that are affected by it. I pray for everybody that is affected by it, and I pray we figure out this because it's getting out of hand. It's something that we just need to figure out, and hopefully we do soon because it's just become the norm. It's nuts. It's insane. That can't be who we are as a country, as a people. Halliburton also claimed that Alex Preddy was murdered. So this is, this is the spew, the crap that they're saying, Halliburton.
The quote that you just read from Donovan Mitchell, he admits, he goes, I don't know what happened, but it's
murder.
Right. It's like, well, if you don't know what happened, why are you making a comment on it?
Well, because China runs the NBA, and I know where my bread is buttered. So he was murdered.
Yeah.
He was executed.
Of course, the outspoken Charles Barkley, NBA analyst, for one, called for accountability in the death of the anti-ICE activists in Minnesota. Accountability for who? You know what I mean? That's what I say. It's just sad. Barkley said on the Inside NBA on Saturday, it's scary, it's sad, and I don't know how it's going to end bad. It's already ended badly twice, and somebody's got to step up and be adults because, man, 2 people have died for no reason, and it's just sad. So that was Charles Barkley's take, and he's a big outspoken guy, too. I don't know. I think Stephen A. and him should get a ticket together and run for the Democratic Party. The next election. I'd like to see that. They'll definitely get blown out. And that's a wrap in sports, Rick. Back to you.
All right. Thank you, Slick. And again, Slick Rick Sports brought to you by Mike Lindell's MyPillow. Go to MyPillow.com. Use our code LFS6B at checkout. Hey, I want to get your guys' opinions on this. Did you hear about the West Virginian librarian?
Yeah.
Yeah. Arrested for allegedly recruiting people on social media to do what?
She got booked.
She wants to assassinate President Trump. That's
Whoa,
right.
very interesting.
Are you kidding?
Yes, a West Virginia librarian has been charged after she allegedly posted videos seeking to recruit assassins. She's recruiting assassins now. This sounds like a movie. Again, I bet she's the type who would probably pick up a flashbang if you asked her to. There she is. She doesn't look hungry at all.
She hasn't picked up a salad fork, that's for
right.
sure.
She looks like she ate too many ribs. Literally.
This is Morgan Morrow. This is check out this this thing that she posted. I think it's do we have that clip? Yeah, we have it here.
Look at this.
Look at this. Here she is. She's using somebody else's voice. I think it was Ricky Gervais's voice that she dubbed into her video. but basically asking people to assassinate President Trump. Well, of course, thanks to libs of TikTok, who posted this all over the place and outed this woman, well, we don't have to worry about her running around unchecked anymore, KDJ.
Well, running? Come on. We fixed that one a long time.
She's going to be running the Dewey Decimal system in the state prison.
I don't think she's running anything.
The pro-choice crowd says we're just a clump of cells, but I think she's a fatty acid. That's what I think.
Well, according to her Instagram video that was posted, she wanted, of course, to recruit. She says, surely a sniper with a terminal illness can't be a big ask out of $343 million. So with that, of course, the Secret Service and the FBI went into effect. They pretty much picked her up, and now she's under arrest. Here's cut number 13, Sheriff Ross Mellinger of the Jackson County Sheriff's Office. Here he is commenting on the aforementioned Morgan Morrow. Check this out, cut 13.
When you saddle up on the horse of stupidity, you have to be prepared for the ride that follows, and that's kind of where we're at with it. Clearly across the line, and we're just trying to do our part and making sure that it's not acted upon, and there's no one that's following her footsteps to try to carry out the plan.
Yeah, so there you have it.
You can almost smell the cat urine when you watch her talk.
Yeah, so wow. So according to this, I think she's been relieved of her duties at the library.
You think?
Yeah.
You think?
And now I guess she's going to be
She
awaiting.
literally got booked. I mean, come on.
She's been shushing
Excuse
others,
me,
but
where's
she can't
Old Yeller?
shush herself.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I'm sure once she gets in front of the judge, he'll throw a book at her that she can.
Exactly.
Anyhow, so there you have that story. It's just the constant push for violence that comes from the left, and this push for violence comes from. I'm going to call him a Democrat. He's a never Trumper. He calls himself a Republican. He really isn't. His name is Rick Wilson. From what I understand, he's kind of vile to stand next to. I think Dan Bongino described him as he smells badly. The few times he's run into him. Never Trumper Rick Wilson, he wants to target Stephen Miller, one of the bright stars of the Trump administration. Lincoln Project co-founder Rick Wilson unleashed a profane and incendiary tirade against the Deputy Chief of Staff of Policy and Homeland Security Advisor, Stephen Miller. Of course, what does he do? He takes it from the Democratic law book, from the Democratic playbook, I should say, and calls him a Nazi. Here is cut number 9. Here is this guy who says he's a Republican, but I'm not going to buy it. Rick Wilson, the smelly guy. Cut number 9. Check this out.
You know, I almost tweeted this today, and I know I'll get canceled for saying this. I know I'm going to get in trouble. I want Stephen Miller to be the number one in the Nuremberg trials when this is done. When this is done, I want Stephen Miller to be the first one who is tried and convicted and f***ing dangles. Okay? I want him to be brought before a court of law because he is the sole executive that runs all this DHS ICE stuff. The Gestapo.
Yeah, the Gestapo, he said.
And he's a Republican?
He's a Republican.
I think you're going to have to call him Flip Wilson instead of Rick Wilson. he's not a Republican. Get out of here.
Yeah, he's one of those never Trump. He's a Republican in name only.
Yeah.
He's one of the old school that was part of the Uniparty. The globalists that want to control everything, tell us how to live. But I guess he's taking from the Democratic playbook. He feels tough. He can curse. He's cursing on a video. He's a real gem.
It's beyond the playbook, though. When you hear words like Gestapo, when you hear a citizen say, hey, I'm looking for people to kill the president, when you hear those things, you just got to look back at the orchestrated way they've used words to demonize Trump and demonize Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk got killed. He was killed. That's a real killing.
Yeah.
That was an assassination because they demonized that guy. They demonized Trump, 2 attempts on his life. They are demonizing people to subvert them to rise up and do something really, really bad. I mean, what that guy just said, I know he thought he was going to get canceled or whatever, but that is disgraceful. It is ultimately disgraceful. But that's the result they want with what they're saying to people and brainwashing them with.
They want to set off one of their psychos. He goes, "That's it. I'm going in." And maybe they're successful,
right.
Maybe they're not. But absolutely.
Well, that's what we're seeing.
That's why that woman used the car.
Yep.
That's why that woman used the car. That's why that guy intervened with the gun. I mean, they don't realize. And that's why the German jumped on the bomb and down. Don't jump on the bomb. She jumped on a bomb. I mean, that's why they're doing this stuff. That was my Schwarzenegger, by the way.
Yeah, it was terrible. Don't ever do that again.
That wasn't bad.
But yeah, about the lady with the flashbang with the, I think they're calling her Lefty now.
Is it going to rain today? No, but there will be fingers falling from the sky.
The left and their violence, they love it.
Yep.
And they get the stupid people to do it for them. All right, we'll take a quick break. When we come back, more with Kevin Downey Jr. and Vinnie Mac out of West Palm Beach. Not.
Think there are people that I didn't see
Right.
Yeah, you can bring.
Dead man tells no tales. Yeah.
They don't, and remember, someone said there were 8,000 Somalians. Now there's 108,000 Somalians. And I was like, those numbers are really weird. And I even said on air, what, do these people not die? They do die, but I'll bring it up on air.
Do they vote?
Oh, yeah, they still vote. They vote. Of course they still vote.
They turn into yes. They turn into zombies. They're Zombalia.
He has come to Zimbabwe.
They go from Somalian to Zamalian.
Yeah. Look at me. I'm zombie now.
Where are my virgins?
Here we are.
It's the ultimate bribe in religion. Just think about it. The ultimate bribe. It's like when you die, you don't get millions. When you die, you don't get peace. You don't get sanctuary. You don't get all these things. You get 19 virgins. That's 19. What you get. It's the ultimate hypocritic bribe. How many they say?
72.
Oh, 72 virgins.
Somalians only get 19, Vin? What are you racist?
I believe they were cutting back on the Somalis. Yeah.
We're cutting back. We don't have enough.
They actually have Virgin hotels, They have that's actually a chain of hotels, the Virgin hotels. We could be onto something here.
You're thinking about it. How do we get everybody to follow us? Let me see.
There's one on Broadway in New York City, Virgin Hotel. Yeah. There actually is a Virgin Hotel. It's on 1227 Broadway Avenue. Don't ask me why I know the address.
Yeah, why do you know the address? Look.
I don't know.
All right. Check, please.
Yeah.
You should do Schwarzenegger again. Said no one ever.
Shut the door, there's a bombing down.
Yeah, that's terrible. You just confirmed it.
All right, let's hear you. Let's hear you do it.
Come on, get to the chopper. Vin. Now.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
I'm about to do the stroke out, friend. If you were in the chat, you know what we're talking about. Hey, sounds like the blues, and you might have the blues if you have a medical crisis, and everyone knows that the next medical crisis could be right around the corner, whether it comes in the form of a crippling winter storm or a pandemic or something much more mundane like a tick bite. You and your family need to be prepared. Just look at what happened with Snowmageddon. People got trapped. That's where the Wellness Company comes in. You know the Wellness Company? We have them on all the time. We have their great doctors on, like Dr. Peter McCullough. The Wellness Company and their doctors, well, they are medical professionals that you can trust, and their line of prescription medication kits are the gold standard when it comes to keeping you safe and healthy. Whether it's a medical emergency kit, the contagion kit, the first aid kit, or even the travel kit, these prescription kits contain an assortment of life-saving medications and guidebooks to assist you in the proper use of the medications. Rest assured, knowing that you have the emergency antibiotics, antivirals, and antiparasitics on hand to keep you and your family safe should an emergency arrive. Make sure you go to www.twc.health/voice and order today. That's twc.health/voice and use the promo code VOICE to save 10% on your order. The next medical emergency isn't a question of if, but it's a question of when. So it's a storm, pandemic, snowmageddon, tick bite. Just be ready. The Wellness Company is going to deliver you doctor-prescribed medical emergency contagions, first aid, and travel kits stocked with antibiotics, antivirals, and antiparasitics, plus clear treatment guides. Just reach out to them, prepare, use the order code, use the promo code VOICE, and save 10%. That's www.twc.health/voice, twc.health/voice for the Wellness Company. And make sure you do that today before the next thing strikes. Speaking of striking, let's strike ourselves down south to West Palm Beach, shall we? Where Vinnie Mac has got some. I'm trying to do a segue. Shut up, Vin. Vinnie Mac is here with some more things that are on his radar. I know.
Speaking of Ponce de Leon,
yes, and the Fountain of Youth. Have you found that down in Florida yet?
Look at me.
Yeah, you do look good.
Thank you.
All right, Vin. What else is on your radar today?
Before I get to the story, how about $19 billion stolen in Minnesota? Why this is all going on? Just want to remind everybody of that fact that there's a huge amount of fraud they're looking into. But we were talking about the Iranians. We were talking about the Iranians before. I want to pick up on that because we need to get closure here now. And everyone's been wondering, like, why hasn't Trump done anything? I thought Trump was going to do this or Trump was going to do that. We didn't have equipment there. I think we talked about this last week on the show.
Right.
Whatever he does needs to be precise. It needs to work, most importantly. And we need to have our guys safe. So he can't just go do stuff. I mean, people think it's this magic thing where he has go in and do that. You know, that's what Jimmy Carter did. And look what happened. Yeah. You know, we got the Olympics boycotted. We had oil embargo. We had our poor people held hostage for a couple of years. I mean, it was terrible. So Trump is doing the right thing here. And now we have the equipment there. And suddenly they're hiding now. The mullahs, I think you guys mentioned that one may have gone to Russia and another one's in a bunker. The third one, I think, went to a White Castle, which is right in Tehran now. It's beautiful. It's amazing.
Yeah, he's trying to kill himself.
Belly bomb.
Small burgers, yes. He's going to eat burgers until he dies. But I do think at the end of the day, you know, all of these things that are happening, even when we saw it in Davos, at how Trump was treated and addressed there. It was really remarkable. All of these things he's doing, from Venezuela to what he did in Iran and what he's going to do in Iran, and then ultimately Greenland and all these things, it's a global reset. I think this Iranian thing is as big a part of that as anything. You have to reset the Middle East. What he has done in the Middle East is I never thought this would be accomplished in my lifetime. With the amount of cooperation that Saudis and the Jews and Israel and other countries are having together now, there's still some bad actors, but once you really do take out Iran, that Middle East changes dynamically. It could turn into the next, economic centers like Dubai, and Abu Dhabi and Taiwan. Even back when you go back to World War II, look at what happened with Japan. It's became an economic powerhouse. I mean, there's some real potential to do some great things in that part of the world. It's all because of Trump's moves here in decentralizing and deglobalizing the world. not just the United States. So this is not a small thing that's happening there.
Yeah, and you know what, Vin, you make a good point because, you have to make sure you've got your assets in place, right? If you're going to do something, I'm sure when they went into Venezuela, they had everything in place before anything was going to happen. They probably war gamed it over and over and over again and looked for the right opportunity to go. Same thing with when they struck Iran last summer. It was look for the opportunity, make sure the pieces are in place. Now, what they want to do here with the mullahs and trying to protect this uprising is going to probably take a lot more than just flying in and dropping some precision bombs. So to get it right, like you said, it's got to be precise. It's got to be done, with the right assets in place. And that's probably why it's taken so long. According to this, the activists on the ground in Iran have reported at least 6,000, maybe more, have been killed in the crackdown. But also, in the last few hours, the U.S. aircraft carrier has arrived. And also, Iran's currency is now plunging to a new low, which kind of sets the stage. Because now things are starting to change negatively for the people in charge. They're seeing the buildup, the aircraft carrier group, and they're watching their currency drop like a stone, which are again telltale signs that something is up.
Yeah. And I don't want to see them escape with millions like the guy from Syria. What was his name again? Fahad. I forgot his name anyhow. He escaped with millions of dollars. Yeah, exactly. He escaped with money. The mullahs are thinking about getting money out of there, all that kind of stuff. I think whatever Trump does, there needs to be accountability to the people, to this leadership, which has ruined the country, taken all the riches and scared the hell out of people. And if you don't comply, with all the Sharia law and everything else that they do. And last point on this thing, it's just another one of those things. And here's where the reality of being Trump works, because most presidents would be talking a pretty tough game in a lot of these things. I mean, most Democrats would be drawing lines in the sand and they never get broken. Trump has already walked the walk. He went into Venezuela. He took out the nukes in Iran. He's doing these things. He confronted everyone on Greenland. Do you think for a second he's not going to go into Iran? Well, that's what he wants him to think.
Right.
And he probably will if I don't know what kind of deal they can cut. I can't imagine a deal. A deal to me is both sides get something. I don't see them getting anything.
Yeah.
All right, Ben, I'm hoping Trump does his thing.
And speaking of President Trump, looks like he is just landing. Aaron, where's he landing at here? This is at the White House. That is Marine One coming in at the White House. President's going to be stepping off in just a few moments.
Long day in Iowa.
Yeah, long day in Iowa. That's right. He was in Iowa all day pitching the economic side. He's as Susie Wiles says, he's hitting the campaign trail.
He spent a good day there.
Yeah, a lot of good stuff. And we'll see if he has anything to say once he makes his way off of Marine One.
Never gets old.
No, it doesn't. Does it?
Doesn't.
It's because you never know what you're going to get with this president.
Yeah, it's true.
He's always up for a talk. If he sees the right, if he's in a good mood, if he's like, you know what, I think I will come over and let's make some headlines.
I notice as he gets off the plane in the winter, though, he's a little quicker out the door. It's freezing cold there. Probably 20 degrees. But the president's always running hot.
But yeah, we'll see if there's any breaking news. If he does approach and have anything to say, we'll cover that, of course. But again, Vin, you're making a good point about kind of the reset that's been happening, not only here but abroad. And keep in mind that the Iranians aren't typical. They're not Arabs. They're Persian. Different mindset from the people as opposed to the people in charge.
Yeah.
So we'll have
100%.
to see. We'll have to see how that whole thing shakes out. Because if you look at a map and you see the size of Iran and what it borders and how it can be instrumental if we can get it to flip back, I think that could really reset the entire landscape of just about everything that happens over there.
Now, am I the only one who thinks that Carter might have intentionally allowed these mullahs to take over? Because I'm seeing globalists all over that clown.
Oh, of course.
I firmly believe he was like, oh, yeah, we'll just help this to happen. Without a doubt. What do you believe in the chat?
mistake?
What's that?
The thing that what I've noticed with Carter and, of course, with Obama and really every Democratic president is they think they can talk and reason with people who butcher people.
Right.
You can't. When a society lives on the way that they handle, when they kill people in such vile ways for the smallest things, you're not going to have a discussion. You have to have power. That's what Trump has shown.
Right.
You got to show that, here's your house. I'm going to blow it up.
Yeah.
That's the only
thing they respond to, Vin, is power. If you can't show them that you're going to stand up to them or show them their house, they'll talk and smile, and then they'll stab you in the back as soon as you turn around.
Obama sent them money. Obama tried to talk with them. I tried to befriend them. I don't trust Obama. I don't like Obama, so let's put that
clear.
Right,
here comes the president.
He did all these things.
Stepping down off Marine One. After a long day in Iowa, Slick.
You got a USA hat. You should have had Kevin's hat on that said ice. I'd have loved that.
Ding, 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 ding.
There he is. Getting some people shouting questions.
Maybe you're not going to. Nope. He's going to go straight to.
It looks like he's going to go right in.
Having dinner with my wife.
All right,
dinner
so
with
there
the
you
First
have
Lady.
it. The president disembarking off of Marine One and making his way into the White House after a long day. Where Slick?
The great state of Iowa. We love Iowa.
We love Iowa.
Yes, we do. Oh, shucks.
So there he is doing his thing. I guess we'll hear more, see if there's any other news coming out of the White House. We'll keep you posted on that. In the meantime, Kevin Downey Jr. has a little bit of news. Kevin, what's going on in your world?
Well, excuse me, I talk about this today on the was it today? I don't know. Maybe I'll talk about it tomorrow. I forget. It's coming up if you haven't heard it. But the Sean Ryan show is if you don't listen to it, folks, give it a shot. Sean Ryan had a cop from Maine on, and he said there hasn't been one call for a dead body. Now, some places call them unaccompanied, and you know what that is. Some people call them DOA. Hey, we got a guy here. It's my grandfather. They haven't had one Somalian die yet on record.
In Maine? In the state of Maine?
In Maine.
Have they found the Fountain of Youth in Maine?
Well, I
thought it was in Florida.
I think they have found how to cheat yet again. Grandpa's gone. Let's keep those benefits coming in. But then you've got a body. What are you going to do with Grandpa? Well, you have some options. You can dig a hole in the backyard. And that's really the only option that I can think of. But there's not one call for a dead Somalian. They think that when they're dying, like we all will, and they think, the cops there think, well, they just want to keep the money flowing. So they're doing something with the bodies. And no one knows what that could be. You know what I think it's going to be? I think they're going to find like the John Wayne Gacy of Somalian funeral directors. And he's going to have 80 of these bodies underneath the crawl space.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh. Yeah, now you Somalian, now you don't.
Whoa. Hey, John, I think you got a sewage leak. No. So they don't know. But I'm telling you, man. So this is not me. Everyone knows by now that the average Somalian IQ is under 70. And they didn't come up with these schemes on their own. Someone had to help them. Someone must be pulling those strings. We saw there's one white lady who she's the head of the Let's Steal Food Kids during COVID, $250 million. She's selling off her Porsche and her Lamborghini because she got caught. You know what? If I were a part of this, or if I were a drug dealer, I wouldn't let it be known. I'd still be driving my 2011 Subaru Clam Slapper around, MAGA edition. Hate to brag, MAGA edition. And
well, that's like Goodfellas, right?
Yeah.
After they pull off the Brinks heist, they're like, "Don't buy anything, don't do anything." And I forget what schmuck showed up with the brand new pink Cadillac and his wife in a mink stole.
Yep.
And he's getting smacked in the head, saying, "Get rid of it, get rid of it, get rid of it." Right?
Yeah.
Tony 2 times.
Yeah.
And they were interviewing one of these Somali guys about his daycare, and they noticed he's wearing like $2,400 frames. All right. I hate to brag, folks. TJ Maxx, 3 for $9.99. All right? That's right. I'm a big spender. Shut up. Don't judge.
Too late.
We can tell.
No big secret. Thank
Wow.
you.
You know what? But you know what? They have talked about Maine being another place where they're spotting the Somali fraud. Washington being a place. Ohio being a place. Pretty much all over the country. And I think in Boston, I think they identified 4,000 child care places within a 5-mile radius.
Yeah.
4,000.
I like when you see 29 in one building.
Right.
And they're all closed.
Yeah. Amazing. All right, so we'll do some more with Kevin Downey Jr. and Vinnie Mac with some news, and, of course, Sports with Slick Rick coming up in just a bit. But we got a guest, fellas. We got a brand-new guest to the program. His name is Mark Warner. He's the CEO and founder of Werner, called Ghostbed. Welcoming to the show, Mark Werner. Hey, Mark, welcome to the program. How are you?
Great. Thank you for having Ghostbed tonight.
All right. You know what? Since first time joining us, tell us a little bit about yourself and what you guys do at Ghostbed.
Okay. Just a little background. I come from the family business of Werner Ladder, 100-plus-year-old business my grandfather started, where I learned about quality, American-made products, etc. So 25 years ago, I started Ghostbed with my wife. I've had 3 neck surgeries, and I couldn't find a pillow or mattress that worked for me. So given my engineering experience and manufacturing experience, I just started to make my own pillow and mattress, and we started Ghostbed. And we're American-made family business, and we're very proud of that.
Oh, wow. Now how? What did it take for you to, kind of, because, you're talking about surgery. What kind of design did you make your mattresses stand out? I mean, it's got to be pretty ingenious to solve your problem, right?
Well, I focused on memory foam, and memory foam is a polymer. So when my dad invented the aluminum ladder and then the fiberglass ladder, fiberglass is a structural polymer. So I just converted what I learned and worked in the factory and the labs with fiberglass ladders and converted it to a comfort polymer, which is the memory foam type mattress. So I made memory foam mattresses and pillows, and 3 neck surgeries is a lot. I'm all fused between the top and the bottom in here, and the rest is just painful. So I needed something that would be supportive and comfortable. So I made my own, and then I developed vac packing it, compressing it so it would be able to ship easily and get across the country very easily to everybody that wanted a Ghostbed.
Yeah, there are a lot of mattress companies that are doing that, but tell us about what a bad mattress actually does to the body aside from giving someone like yourself 3 surgeries.
Bad mattress gives you a health report that you're not feeling well, and if don't have a good mattress, you're not sleeping well, and you're not as sharp. You're going to be in pain, your back, your neck, your shoulder, etc. So you need a good mattress, and a mattress is really pretty simple. It's comfort and support. Comfort, so it's comforting and you can fall asleep, and support, so it supports your whole body, your spine, so your body feels much better in the morning. Right. If you have a bad mattress, you'll know it, and you should replace it. And most people replace their mattress in 7 to 8 years.
Yeah. Now, what's the first thing you're going to feel like you'll notice if somebody gets a Ghostbed? What are they going to notice first?
They love it. I mean, obviously, it's a biased answer, but over 100,000.
I would think so.
Over 100,000 reviews, and I read every single review from all the platforms, our website, Costco, Sam's Club, large retail businesses. And the feedback is fantastic. We have a little quiz at our website called Mark's Quiz, which kind of asks some simple questions and then lets us try to figure out what's the best mattress for you given your situation. That's helpful because our return rate is extremely low. So when you're buying a product sight unseen online, to have such a low return rate and kind of figure out the right mattress for the right body needs, that's a pretty good win.
Yeah, especially because, let's face it, what are we asleep about 30% of our lives anyway?
A third of our life.
Yeah, so you want to make sure you're on a great bed. What about people that they aren't single? Say they're married, they got a spouse. She sleeps one way, he sleeps the other. Is that something that you guys can account for with Ghostbed?
Yes, it's a great question and a very common situation. You have two people and two sleeper types. One wants the mattress more firm, one wants it a little softer, more giving. So we kind of pioneered the split king adjustable. So it's really two twin XL mattresses come together, which is a king. And then underneath that, we have an adjustable base. Head up, foot up, massage, lights, electrical outlets for your Apple phones and all that kind of stuff. And so what that allows you to do is there's no valley of separation between these two twin XLs. They're right next to each other, but you each can have your own comfort level that fits your body, and it's really worked out great. It's a growing category. I suggest it. My wife and I have it. Lots of people have it.
So you got the split king that you just said. It's two mattresses. Each moves, I guess, independently.
That's correct.
And it's got
flat, but with the adjustable base underneath it, you can raise your head a little bit, your leg a little bit, and that way, say you have a back problem. If you lift your head a little bit, you're going to take a little bit of pressure off your back, and if you lift your legs, even more pressure reduction on your back. So it accommodates all the different sleeper types and needs of the couple.
What about the midnight snacker? You got something in there where we can hide the snacks, or maybe some drinks? I'm just kidding.
Technology is always coming out from GhostBed.
Hey, let me ask you this, because let's face it, when you're buying a mattress, it's a big investment. You know, some people sometimes with you 8, 10, maybe even longer years. You want to make sure you get the right one. You guys offer a free trial or something?
We offer a 101 night sleep trial. Okay. So that means sleep in your own room, your own ambient temperature, your conditions, your pets, your kids, your partner, whoever, and you can really try it out. And if it doesn't work, we will give you a full refund. We'll pick it up and help you exchange it into something else if that's required. But most of the time, people love it. But we make it very easy, so we reduce that risk of the decision when you're purchasing it online.
Right. Well, that's great to know. And again, the name is GhostBed. You can go to ghostbed.com and check them out for yourself. Ghostbed.com/Rav. I feel like there's a promo code in here, isn't there, Mark?
There is a promo code. Good comment there. So an extra 10% discount for RAV viewers and for the Studio B6 viewers. And we have good prices right now as we speak and as we're going into President's Day. And on top of that, you get an additional 10% off, which is very helpful. And of course, we have zero interest financing we offer, so that helps term it out for people as well.
Right. And I see here you guys also offer a white glove setup option where you take away the old mattress so nobody has to do anything. You guys just come in, take out the old crappy mattress, bring in the brand new GhostBed, and people are off to Betty Bye.
We do either or. FedEx right to your doorstep for the people that want that, or white glove where we set it up, take away the old stuff, and you're all good to go.
All right. Very good. Well, thank you for joining us. First time ever. Mark, you did a great job, Mark.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Make sure to go visit GhostBed for yourself. That's ghostbed.com. GhostBed.com. It's just the way it's spelled, ghostbed.com/Rav for promo code Rav. It's going to earn you an extra 10% off with that promo code. Ghostbed.com. That's ghostbed.com. Mark Werner, thanks for taking some time and coming on with us tonight. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having us.
All right. You're welcome. Have a great night.
I have a ghost bed.
You do?
Yeah, my fiance ghosts me in it every night. Must be a ghost bed. What? Boom. I think she's a hooah.
Yeah, I have a water bed. I call it a ghost ship.
Anyhow, so go and take advantage of that promo. Ghostbed.com/Rav. That's ghostbed.com/Rav. You know what? Let's face it. It's 10 years. 10 years is, it used to be a lot of people would go through mattresses pretty quick,
right?
Because as you're getting older, your body changes, and like you mentioned,
becomes mind over mattress.
Yeah, but this seems like he's kind of figured that out, so you don't have to change mattresses or deal with different sleeping positions with different people. I think that works.
Yeah, you ghost bed.
What say you, Vin?
I'm still waiting for the 72 version thing to come to, but I say. When I travel, I don't sleep that well because I'm not in my own bed.
Right.
That's the big, you make a big choice buying your bed and your mattress. And you guys have done that. You slept at someone's house or you've gone away and slept in a hotel and you can't sleep very well. And you're like, oh, I don't know. This doesn't feel so good. Man, it's like, I think it's probably the most important purchase you make. of anything because you
Again,
sleep, what'd you say, 30 of your life?
Yeah.
Yeah.
30 of your life you're going to be spending in bed. Most of that probably sleeping.
Yeah.
Right?
Sure.
And then, of course, there's other things that you're going to be taking care of.
Yeah.
Like what?
But
I eat milk
a lot of
duds in
times
bed.
sometimes I just chill out. Like I'll wake up, but I won't get out of bed.
Right.
Especially on a weekend when I know it's snowing or something. I'll just lay there. I'll be like, you know what? I don't have to go anywhere.
Yeah.
So it's nice to have, something that's comfortable enough for you to sit up in.
That's true.
Thank you.
Anyhow, so there you have it. We'll take a quick break. We got one more segment. Man, a fast night on a Tuesday night. We'll do that coming up. Live from Studio 6B, Real America's Voice. Stay there.
I'm going to do the Bad Bunny story. Speaking of the Puerto Rican whoas. And we're in the break. We're in the break.
We're in the break.
We're in the break.
We were talking about Puerto Rican whores, huh? Okay.
Right? Oh, my God.
Oh, my goodness.
What's going on over there?
I think the Drake May shoulder story is kind of news, I'll do the two Super Bowl stories. So I'll do Drake May first, and then I'll do Bad Bunny. And the Pakistani hockey, I think I'll kick that till tomorrow. That's not a dated story anyway. I'll keep that story on ice. Yep.
You get the hockey and we play with the falafel.
Yes, exactly. The Pakistani Pucks. That's the name of the team.
Is it?
Yeah.
The Pakistani Pucks?
I love they're playing hockey. That's great.
Yeah, no, it's a cute story. I got the clip and everything. Yeah. You gotta see them skating around. Hockey's becoming a big thing in Pakistan. Can you believe ice hockey? Not even like deck hockey, ice hockey. Yeah. Unbelievable.
All right. So we got ice hockey. You should do
I'll do it
the
tomorrow
ice
night.
hockey story.
I'll do it tomorrow. But Paul will be here tomorrow night. He'll appreciate that story. It's not a dated story. I had it since last night.
Wait, are you out tomorrow?
Yes.
Is Damon in?
Yep.
Okay. How's his dad doing?
I
guess he's okay.
I didn't get a report today.
We didn't get a report today.
A lot of people asking me.
Yeah.
Texting in.
He'll know tomorrow.
Yesterday he had a rough day. He had a rough day yesterday, Damon said on the show last night. He had a rough day yesterday, but he was going in with his mom today to see.
Right.
And we didn't hear from him, but I'm sure he'll have an update tomorrow night. It's very emotional. I mean, anybody, your parents, I mean, it's like your kids, and it's everything. I mean, your whole world stops because, you get so wrapped up in what you're doing. And all of a sudden, something happens to a family member, and it's constantly in the back of your head. And sometimes you just look to the left and you go, bang, oh, dad, boom, mom. And, I went through it, a year ago, and it's more nerve-wracking than if you were diagnosed with an illness. That's how I feel.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
100%.
I mean, it's hard to describe it. It isn't, and people that and just about everybody has gone through this. Of course, I'm no Christopher Columbus with this, but I tell you, it is tough.
No, you're more like a Magellan.
Yeah, I'm more like a Ponce de Leon. No, Vince Ponce de Leon. Hanging out in Florida.
I'm still looking for Ponce.
Yeah.
Hold on. Where's Ponce de Leon? That's why I'm in Florida. I'm really seeking to find Ponce de Leon.
Yeah.
You should go to Maine. The Somalis figured it out. You'll never die.
Yes.
You never die in Maine.
Yep. Somali ski slope.
Live from Studio 6B, Real America's Voice on a Tuesday night. Thank you for watching the program and dedicating 2 hours to us. If you stayed the whole time, thank you. We'll go one more time around the room, see what everybody's got left. Let's kick things off with West Palm Beach Vin. Vin, what do you got?
Well, I want to talk the economy a bit because there's so much to talk about here. First off, people who are giving Trump a hard time on economics and so on, and I understand not everybody's feeling it yet, but he has laid the groundwork, as he's done, by the way, with just about everything, that global world order that we talked about, all the tariff stuff that he's leveled the field with, all the people ripping us off. Economically, early in the year, he did a lot of things to make things great. And you're going to start seeing it now. And reports are coming out that we're going to be issuing an additional $100 billion in refunds compared to last year. This year, people will get at minimum another $1,000 back from the government just across the country. Some will get more, some will get less. But there's a lot of money coming back to people. Taxes are lower, at least federal taxes are lower, and big refunds are coming. So all of these little things that Trump did, they take time to take effect after dealing with the inflation and the prices going up through the roof and gas going through the roof and taxes up so high. Trump's done so many things to level that out. We're now starting to see it. I think I predicted last year when he first got in office, it's going to take a year. 2026 would be a big renaissance for our country economically. We're starting to see it, but we're going to see it in this quarter, by the end of this quarter. And those tax refunds, big time. That's huge. It's cash in your pocket. Yeah. So I thought that was worth talking about, and we should be talking about it more, frankly, because it's a great story.
I see it really hitting its stride probably at the end of the spring as we head into summer. Because I think that's, like you said, and we were talking about that in the spring, where it's like, it's not going to happen automatically. And that's what people are like, oh, well, the prices are still high. Well, it takes a little while for these things to kick in. But now you're going to start to see the fruit of that, of those seedlings that went into fixing this economy that the Democrats and Joe Biden broke.
And look, gas is already way down. Eggs are way down. Murder rate is at a 125-year low.
Yeah, and border crossings are at zero.
Imagine how that works out.
Amazing.
Right? You chase out 2.5 million illegals, and the murder rate drops. New York Times.
Trump talked about the economy today, and he said, they said, well, unemployment and all these other things. He goes, look, if I want unemployment to go down, like every other president, I go hire 2 million people in the government, unemployment go down, wages go up, all this stuff. I got rid of people and unemployment's down. We've talked about that before, but he had to make that point. Like, what, are people so dumb they don't understand that? That's what every president's done. They've just hired people in the government, 10 people to do one job. I mean, so he's not doing that.
And it made their numbers look good, but we all knew where it ended up, and it ended up when the government spending more and more money, and these are more and more people that are going to get these pensions that we're going to be paying for forever. So it's a good thing you bring that up. Kevin Downey Jr. of the Kevin Downey Jr. Radio Show. What do you got as your last story of the night, my friend?
Well, thank you, Rick. You know the hippie that got himself ventilated in Minneapolis? The guy who he brought his gun and an extra magazine, but not his ID? Well, it turns out ICE knows who he is because he got in a little tussle with him previously.
Really?
To the point where he had a cracked and or broken rib. We don't really know. But they gave him something for his bad rib. And he went home and he said, well, I'm going to go out again. He was on this Signal app. And he knew where to go, and he found himself there, and he's walking around with no ID but with his gun, and again mixes it up with the cops and gets himself shot. But they already know him, all right? So what we know now, two things going on. Number one, CNN is using doctored photos of him to make him look prettier, because I guess his last name is Pretty, and he's he's dope. And they're trying to, like, they've evened out his face and, give him a better beard and whatnot. But on the reality end, this guy is nothing but a street communist. He's a filthy street commie. He mixes it up with ICE. They might have recognized him. We don't know yet. We haven't heard. But I'm telling you, any way you slice it, this guy, he gave up the ghost, not because of any other reason than he's an idiot. That's why he's gone. And now we know he has a history of violence with ICE.
Yeah, and you know, at some point you have to be responsible for your actions, right?
Yep.
We tell this to kids all the time. Hey, don't do that. Don't walk in traffic. Don't touch the hot stove. Because something's going to happen. If you walk into a law enforcement incident and you decide you're going to intervene on behalf of, I don't know, somebody who doesn't belong here, and you're packing heat, it's like Vince said. Why don't you just walk in traffic on the Long Island Expressway? At that point, because that's what you're doing to yourself. You're putting yourself in harm's way on purpose. Nothing good can come of this.
And you know what, Rick? I think the left has been pushing this you're not responsible nonsense for years, so that knowing full well you're going to get chaos. Well, it's not my fault if I do this. It's someone else's fault. I don't have to take the blame.
Yeah.
And we're seeing people get out of jail now. They did this animal from Latin Kings who put out a $10,000 bounty on Bavino. Well, he's found innocent because he only had $20 in his bank account. They said, well, he obviously didn't have the $10K. Because, you take your drug money and you go to Bank of America and you put it in there. And you say, I got a job.
Well, they didn't check his Christmas Club account there.
No.
So that's what it is. All right. So Kevin Downey Jr., again, you can check him out tomorrow morning on the radio. He'll also be sitting in for me tomorrow night here on LFS6B. Slick Rick, one more sports report. Please, sir. Please, sir. May we have one more?
Yes, well, you're going to have more. Yes, because you're going to have a lot of Super Bowl stories over the next week and a half or so. So you have to bear with me, but this is the big news. And one of the big stories coming out today is Drake May's potential shoulder injury, now the biggest story heading into the Super Bowl.
No.
Yeah, questions about Drake May's shoulder, he's the quarterback for the Patriots, have quietly become the biggest storyline heading into the Super Bowl. This is Bobby Barack of Outkick. The New England Patriots are 4.5-point underdogs against the Seattle Seahawks in the Super Bowl, but there could be value in taking Seattle and the points now, depending on who and what you believe about Drake May's health. Monday evening, Dr. David J. Chow, known as Pro Football Doc, posted a video in which he declared that May injured his shoulder in the AFC Championship game against the Broncos. There is no question in my mind that Drake May injured his right throwing shoulder against the Denver Broncos. In the next post, Chow added that it is to be determined how severe the injury might be heading into Super Bowl 60. I'm far more concerned about May's shoulder than Sam Darnold's oblique. That'd be the Seattle quarterback, Sam Darnold. Chow's comments are notable for a few reasons. First, he is widely regarded as the foremost authority on NFL injuries. He's very credible. The play Chow reference occurred in the third quarter following a hit from Talanoa Hufanga. And on this hit, Chow then cites that May showed discomfort in the huddle. You got to remember, he only threw for 86 yards. Now, granted, we had a hell of a snowstorm, but if you think about it, the throwing was absolutely down. He did call his own number, and they won the game on that particular play. But it's something to keep an eye on. Something you really don't want to keep an eye on, but obviously we're going to have to, as far as the Super Bowl, is Bad Bunny. And he says he's not wearing a dress. You told me about this last night. Yeah. So instead of saying yes to the dress, he said no for the Super Bowl halftime show. And people could really give a crap, but I'm going to talk about it anyway. Warner Todd Houston of Breitbart. A report now says that, contrary to previous claims, Puerto Rican rapper Bad Bunny won't be wearing a dress during his Super Bowl halftime performance after all. Reports on Friday claim that the rapper, whose real name is Benito Antonio Martino Ocasio, no relation, I don't think, anyway, intended to wear a dress as a thumb in the eye of those who criticize his support for the LGBTQ plus this and that community, and that his February 8th halftime show will be a tribute to gay icons. But TMZ is now reporting that insiders planning the NFL's big show claim that Bad Bunny will not be wearing a dress at all. So the things that keep you up at night in your ghost bed.
Yeah.
There you go.
Didn't the bassist from Nirvana, didn't he wear a dress?
I don't know. Maybe it was a kilt. But either way, James Reed, though, in the YouTube chat, he says, Elmer Fudd says he's looking for a Bad Bunny. So we'll see what happens there. It's a wrap.
All right, Slick. And again, Slick Rick Sports brought to you by Mike Lindell's MyPillow. Go to MyPillow.com. Use our code LFS6B at checkout. Vinnie Mac, thank you for joining us from West Palm Beach, man. Enjoy the sun tomorrow. I hate you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Remember.
Bring some back, will you?
Kevin Downey Jr. is going to be on your radio tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern on LI News Radio, linewsradio.com. And for all those watching, we salute our military, active and retired, our first responders, EMTs, firefighters, police, ICE, Border Patrol, everybody working the front lines. Thank you so much for everything you do to keep us safe. We appreciate you watching at home, in the chats, in the Rembos, in the Twix, in the YouTubes, in the Facebooks. Of course, get our chat as well. And everybody on the show, Aaron and Fran in the booth, Slick Rick, Kevin Downey Jr., Vinny Buddha down in Florida. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. Thanks, everybody. And remember, peace.
Not anymore, because Slim is in. Introducing Slim Mint, an ultra-thin RFID blocking wallet that keeps your cards and cash truly protected. And now may be your last chance to get it for a low price. Slim Mint uses the latest RFID blocking technology to prevent thieves from scanning your wallet and stealing your info.
Having your information stolen is a nightmare, but with Slim Mint, I know I'm protected.
With money clips, cash can easily fall out, but with the auto-locking Slim Mint, your cards and money stay securely in place. Then just press the button to release the lock. Slim Mint is ergonomically designed to optimize space and keep your belongings organized. It has a built-in cash clip and a flexible outer band to securely fit your additional cards and your extra cash. Even with everything you see here in the Slim Mint, it's still ultra thin. Bulky wallets are uncomfortable, but the Slim Mint is so compact it fits in any size pocket. Plus, it keeps everything